It is weird, and I don't want to rain on anybody's parade, but I am never one for playoff expansion. Even though the Phillies made the playoffs, it is the third wild card. They would not be in the playoffs in any other year in baseball but this year. They're an 87-win team that is now in the playoffs. That just feels dirty to say. However, with that being said, I can't wait for tomorrow. Buddy of mine already texted me. He's like, what are you doing? Want to go to a bar? I'm like, I'm in. Let's go. So I'll be in a fine bar atmosphere, bar environment, my natural habitat, some might say, at 2:07 for that start time against the Cardinals. And yeah, hopefully we'll be seeing Zach Wheeler handle his business in game one. For those that haven't followed it too closely, the Phillies and Cardinals will play every game of this 3-game series in St. Louis. That's the format. You have a division winner with the St. Louis Cardinals going up against the third bottom-seeded wild card team in the Philadelphia Phillies. Zach Wheeler, by the way, has dominated the Cardinals this year. If you haven't checked it in his 2 starts, he's 2-0, 7 innings in each of those games. He's gone 7 innings. So he's won both those starts, and he has not allowed a run. That's pretty special. So let's have that go up against this Cardinals team and get started off on the right foot. Nola, 1 start against the Cardinals this year. It didn't go well. So hopefully that doesn't happen, but he gets his start. But as of right now, slated to pitch, Wheeler, Nola, and then Suarez slated to go in this Phillies-Cardinals series round 1. I'm excited for it. I know this team is excited for it, and I'm really hoping they can take it to another level. They did win their season series against the Cardinals this year, 4-3. So you got that going for you at least. And yes, it is the best possible draw. I didn't want to face the Braves. I didn't want to face the Mets. This is the best possible scenario. Yes, it would have been wildly intense to face the Mets because it's not just it's the division rivalry. We all know it was fun. But this is the best possible matchup, the best chances, obviously, for the Phillies to be able to advance to the next round of the playoffs. And for all the people that are still in the school of, they get swept out, you're giving a playoff experience, whether it be an 87-win, third wild card, it is still a playoff experience for the likes of Rhys Hoskins, for Alec Bohm, for Bryson Stott, and Gene Segura and JT Realmuto. It's still a playoff experience for those younger guys and some of the older guys that have been waiting a long time, some more than ever, Gene Segura, to be playing in the postseason. So bask in it, enjoy it, whatever happens, learn from it, and then come back next year. But I will say, to put a bow in the conversation here, I got the Phillies winning this series, and I got the Phillies surviving and advancing to the next round of the playoffs. I feel like this huge weight has been lifted off their shoulders just by making the playoffs. And I hope it's along the same lines of what we had seen in the past. And I've mentioned a bunch of times on this show about how the Phillies got swept out in 2007 against the Rockies. And then they came back and they won the World Series. And they went to the next 2 World Series. Hopefully this is that taste, even if it doesn't go well. Even if they win this first round series, which I'm expecting them to, even if they win, it's all the experience. Come back next year and be ready to, because I don't think this team is poised for a run. But here's what I do know. I know that Zach Wheeler can get hot. I know that Aaron Nola can get hot. I know that this lineup has plenty of bats in it. They don't got an MVP candidate like Paul Goldschmidt, but they got a pretty good lineup there. If this lineup comes alive and your arms do what they can do, and Zach Wheeler does what he has done against this Cardinals lineup, then yes, Phillies are going to be surviving and advancing, and that's why I'm confident to say that they can and will do that in this series. So I'm just, bottom line, is happy to see playoff baseball, no matter whether it's a third wild card or if the outlook isn't good for the rest of the playoffs after this, even if they do win this series. I'm just happy to have playoff baseball back here in Philadelphia.